I'm a homeowner. My name is Ada Bergess, and I live at Thompson Preserve. My husband and I used to drive along Kathleen Road in Lakeland, and we noticed that Southern Home was building over on Galloway Road. So because we was really looking for a house, and every time we'll pass by and we'll look over there. So one day my husband said, I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna go over there and see what they say. We looked through the brochures and the pictures of the homes, and he found one he liked. But he took that picture and put it on the refrigerator, and it stayed on there for a long time. That was like our point of prayer. So we wanted that house. He wanted a Southern home. But he didn't make it that far. He passed October 2020. So after that, I was still seeing other people about getting a home, other realtors, but it just wasn't right. Miss Virginia, she the one called me, and she called me at the perfect timing because I had been looking, but then I was getting discouraged because the people that was helping me really wasn't helping me. And so I said, well, maybe I just wait and see what happened later on in life. But because my husband was gone, I guess I figured I can do it. So, but Miss Virginia, she called me and she asked me, I was telling her about my husband and everything. She gave up the dungeon. We was talking, and she said, well, do you still want to try to get the home? I said, yeah, I want to get the home. Then she asked me, who I had been working with and stuff. And then I told her, she said, oh, he worked with the Southern Home because he was working with the VA. And he worked with Southern Home. Let me call you back. So Miss Virginia, she gets on the phone. She called him. And then she called me back. She said, have you called yet? I said, no. She said, well, I'm calling you back because we finna get you in a Southern Home. And so by then I'm like bubbling. I'm excited because she finna actually help me, When I got the paper from Miss Virginia of the house that I was gonna move in, and I took his picture down and I put my picture up, I mean, she was so optimistic about everything and excited. She was excited, it made me excited. And I was just overwhelmed. I'm like, I did this by myself. I thought that my husband would have had to be with me, but I did it by myself. And I was so proud of myself. And I said, I'm looking up toward heaven. I said, I know you're proud of me too. Mark taught me that the outlets wherever the outlets is, and I want to hang something, the outlet shows where the studs are. So I can actually hang a picture of whatever I want to hang on the wall because it's a stud there to support it. So I was grateful for that. Jason was a big help because, as I was saying to someone else, my air conditioning duct is up there. I cannot reach it. I have vertigo a little bit, and I have arthritis, so I can't climb up on the ladder. So he asked me, did I have the filters? And I said, yeah. So he came around there, took it down, put the new one in, and he was very helpful, very helpful. And he said, if you need anything else while I'm in the area, just let me know. I said, okay. I'm a homeowner. I'm so grateful for my home, and I can just open the blinds and just look at my yard. And we don't want to rent no more. We want our own home, and that's what we did. Well, that's what our goal was, and I think I accomplished the goal for both of us. Oh, he would be so happy. He would be so excited because he said, I told you can do it. That's what he always tell me. He was my cheerleader. He always boosts me to do stuff, And I guess I was the same way with him. When he said you couldn't do it, I said, yes, you can. And that's what he did with me. So he would be very proud of me. I know it. Last week. That you all, as a team, can actually care about the people in the community. Even though, I was not feeling it because my anniversary was on 13th, and even though my husband been gone since 2020, but it's still, he's still there in my heart. And I was just thinking about it, and out of the blue, this team send me a bouquet of flowers. I was so overwhelmed. That is dear. I said, somebody thinking about me. Somebody care about me. And I even told it at church. I said, I never expect that from, from them, from Southern Home to even care that much. I don't bought a home. Most people that you got the home, that's it. That's all we care about. But they actually care about the people that's living in the home. So that made me feel so good. I was so happy. Yeah, I just don't know. I was just so happy because that's all. That's what I got for that day. And somebody, this is sure that they care. That means a lot, especially when you're going through a little something. That means a lot.